Aroldis Chapman's 105-mile-an-hour heater is the fastest pitch ever thrown. And that pitch wasn't a fluke. In 1 1/3 innings, Chapman threw 25 pitches, and every one of them was clocked at over 100 miles an hour. But how does he do it? Pitching coach Tom House has worked with some of the game's hardest throwers, including Nolan Ryan and Randy Johnson.
What you have here is a CC Sabathia upper body and a Randy Johnson lower body. That's why he throws 105 miles an hour.
First, his stride. The typical stride length for a pitcher is about 87% of his height, but Chapman's stride averages 120% of his 6'4" height, approaching 7.5 feet. His stride isn't just long, it's fast, taking only 0.8 of a second, 15% faster than average pitchers. Next, shoulder turn. The twisting angles between his front hip and his back shoulder create massive torque.
80% of velocity comes from hip and shoulder separation.
Elite power pitchers like Randy Johnson create angles of 40 to 60 degrees, but Chapman's is close to 65 degrees. Next, delivery.
The thing that separates him is a lot of pitchers could get to that, but how soon does it get to here?
The average pitcher uncocks his forearm in 7 to 9 hundredths of a second. Chapman's arm fires in less than 4 hundredths of a second. Average pitchers release the ball directly over the front foot. Chapman's release point, up to 12 inches in front of his foot, amplifies the difficulty of hitting him.
Not only does he throw hard, he throws close. 1 foot of distance is 3 miles an hour to the hitter's eyes. So not only on the real gun, 105, but you could almost add 3 more miles an hour to that. You may be looking at the hardest throwing individual that's ever been on this planet.
And when you're trying to hit the planet's fastest pitcher, there's virtually no time to think. Facing a 90-mile-an-hour pitch, a batter has 9 hundredths of a second to decide whether or not to swing. But if Chapman unleashes a 105-mile-an-hour missile, that window shrinks by 66%. The batter must make his decision in only 3 hundredths of a second. For Sports Science on ESPN, I'm John Brankus.